All right. Looks like we're streaming.
All right. Hey, everyone.
Hello, hello.
We are popping on here because we wanted to answer and just talk about the upcoming boot camp. We are literally down to perhaps about 10 days, maybe.
Yeah, it's coming up very quick.
Yeah.
Yep.
So we are down to about 10 days. So we wanted to jump on here to talk about the Healthy Christian Woman Boot Camp that is coming up starting April 17th to the 21st. And the bonus that's coming with this Healthy Christian Woman Boot Camp, it's going to be a 5-day experience, but we are tacking on a free bonus, which is going to be a meal prep cooking class that's going to happen the weekend before the 5-day boot camp begins. So, for those of you who might be new or that you're just online or you haven't heard what the Healthy Christian Woman Boot Camp is about, it is going to be a 5-day virtual boot camp to help you get on track with your health. And so, we are going to basically be eating like Daniel for the 5 days, which means we are going to be detoxing from processed foods, junk foods, dairy, meats, you name it. We're going to be detoxing from that from the whole 5 days. But you're going to get a meal plan, you're going to get recipes. And like I said, you're going to get the meal prep cooking class that you can cook along with us the weekend before so that you can prep all of your meals and you don't have to worry about the food portion. And then you are also going to get devotionals, prayer points, just things for you to really spend some time with God in terms of getting healthy. So this whole boot camp is going to be about helping you invite God into your health journey and using the nutritional science to get you back on track.
Yep. So each of the 5 days has a very specific area of focus. So we'll just kind of run through those with you here. So day one is about creating a God-centered self-image. So we kind of, get you to think more about your health at a spiritual level instead of, kind of getting ready for the class reunion or your sister's wedding or just fitting into those skinny jeans. Yes, we understand that's important to you, but a lot of times when that is your only motivation, you tend to yo-yo because the event's over, and you don't really deal with the root cause of why you're yo-yoing. And so having that solid foundation of a God-centered self-image will help you to get there. So you want to talk about day two, Cersei?
Yes. And then day two, we are going to tackle a big one, guys. We're going to talk about breaking our addiction to food. And I say this is a big one because I think we may not label it like that. So sometimes when you come into day two, you're like, oh my gosh, like I didn't even realize that this was a thing. But when you think about it, so many of us are struggling with our weight. We know what to eat in a general sense, what not to eat. Let's say that we may not know what to eat, but we definitely know what not to eat a lot of the times. You might have you might be on medication, you might have gotten a diagnosis from diabetes or whatever, but yet we're still eating the same foods that are causing the problem. So there's a disconnect there, and a lot of times it's because we have an unhealthy relationship with food. And so we're going to tackle breaking our addiction to food, and how do we develop a better and healthy relationship with food so it serves us in a better way. So that's going to be day two.
And day three is about breaking generational patterns of poor health. So a lot of times we look at our family members, they had high blood pressure or high cholesterol. And so we're thinking about our parents and our grandparents, and then we just automatically assume that's our lot in life. And we're going to help dispel that myth because a lot of it is not genetics. It's largely lifestyle and the recipes and the eating habits and behaviors that we pass on to each other and how we pass those on to the young people in our life. And so we are challenging you to break that chain in your family now. So if you have that history, if you can, look at your family history and look at, who had this disease or that disease or died early from one of those diseases. Recognize that we're going to help you be that chain breaker in your family so that doesn't continue.
Yes. And then on day 4, we're going to be dealing with the courage to take action. Um, you might be watching this and you're wondering, should I even join the boot camp? That's the courage to take action right there. And so we're going to talk about that on a deeper level, on taking action with our health, stepping out on faith, and why we are sitting on the fence when it comes to this. And so we're going to talk about this not only from a behavioral point of view, but we're also going to talk about it as a spiritual issue and how we can utilize the Holy Spirit to help us in our health journey as well.
Yep. And then day 5, we take all this information that we learn and then we connect it to our financial wealth. So your health is your wealth is the focus of day 5. And a lot of people don't really think about the cost to them in terms of, the medications that you have to take for a lifetime, and not just the financial cost, but also how that translates into your career and your ability to build wealth over time. And just the drain it is on not just yourself if you're the one with a chronic illness, but the people who take care of you, and how that impacts them financially as well.
Yes.
And so we really help you make that connection. And then we take it a step further by talking about it in relation to, in terms of financially giving to the kingdom and being a financial giver, and doing the work that Jesus called us to do. So, so that is really kind of how we wrap up day 5. And so we hope that you join us. There's a link in the description of this video. So, Cersei, maybe we should talk about, we kind of mentioned it a little bit when we were going through the 5 days, but who would be the ideal person to sign up for this boot camp?
Yeah, so it's going to be, put it this way, if you are someone that you just know that God is called, you've been praying about your health, or you need to lose the weight, or you're on medications but you want to get off, or you have high blood pressure, diabetes, or even pre-hypertension or pre-diabetes. Or if you're just someone who's like, you know what, I know that I just need to take better care of myself. I'm not really investing in myself. I'm not taking the rest that I need. I'm not sleeping well. I don't have the energy. I'm living in this mental fog, any of those things. Or I'm scared that I'm going to inherit a disease that maybe my mother had or my grandmother had, or you're living in fear in that aspect of it. Or you're somebody, honestly, who's saying, you know what, I've been yo-yo dieting for a very long time, and I like the idea of inviting God into my health journey. I like the fact that you guys are not only going to be talking about what I need to eat, but you also are going to be talking about how I can use the Holy Spirit to help me in the areas that I struggle when it comes to staying on track and keeping those healthy habits. And so if you're like, yeah, I'm a Christian and I've never seen this before, I've always either just, gone to certain programs that never even acknowledged God in all of this, then this is going to be the boot camp for you. And so it's only $37. We marked it at a very low price. It's worth a lot more, but we marked it at a low price because we wanted it to be something that you didn't have to think about. That's something that you'd be like, okay, I'm going to do this. We just didn't want any barriers psychologically. We didn't want any barriers financially. We just wanted you to be able to say, yep, I'm in, I'm jumping in. So if this sounds like you, and you are ready to get healthy so that you can honor your temple, that you can feel better, that you can get off your medications so that you can just live a more abundant life, then you want to jump into this Healthy Christian Woman Bootcamp. It's 5 days. It starts April 17th. You're also going to get a free meal prep cooking class. So we're going to be able to cook with you live, give you some tips and tricks on how to cook certain meals, and just have wonderful fellowship and conversation. the night before or the 2 days before it actually begins. So you'll get one-on-one time with us or in a group setting. So yeah, don't wait. Jump into the boot camp. Time is ticking. And yeah, let's get this thing going.
Yep. Don't wait till January, please. That's a long way away. Do it
Yeah,
now.
yeah, indeed.
All right. Bye, everybody.
Bye.